Alrighty guys, welcome back to my Mill Serp. Today we're in my backyard here. It's a little bit of a mess, but we just bought the house and haven't had a chance to get her all finished yet. But gonna be using that pad in the back to park on, but that doesn't matter. We're working on the old Kentucky rifle today. There is a stuck ball in there still. I'll show you. Here's some proof here. I don't have my as you can see, bottom there. Oh, done not wide enough, but that's the bottom. Not moving anything, no camera tricks. Right there is the bottom of the barrel. So we're going to try and use some compressed air to get that out on this. But the bottom of the barrel, and we'll put her in. And as you can see, it sticks out the tip right there. It should not be doing that. So there's a ball and a patch in there with no powder behind it. So that's what we're going to try and take care of today. Somewhere down the line, we'll have to figure out something with my my ramrod, as it does not fully sit in the back here. I'll show you. You can kind of see her right through there. It is being pushed up. There is a spring of some kind underneath the barrel here that is now out of place because, well, I moved everything around and trying to fix this stupid thing. Yep, those are my flip-flops. Deck's not very clean, so I'm on the flip-flops. I didn't want to change. It's 90-some degrees outside, but we're going to see if we can get this to work. I'm not going to be able to do it because I did not bring my tripod, but we'll make this work as best as we can. So we'll pause her and, oh, first let's show off the compressed air gun here. This one's got a little rubber tip on it. It's not very soft. It was made to go on PVC pipe and flush out drain lines for work. But I figured, hey, put my own CO2 can in there, just use the tool, same thing as it would always be. So I'm going to give it a shot. You basically put that little rubber thing right up against the hole. You need two hands to do this, so I gotta stop playing. I gotta stop playing around with the camera. Hold her as tight as you can, and then it should just shoot out the other end. Not typically gonna go very fast. It's greased, but there's pressure, and we'll see what we can do here. But we'll keep you updated. Well, that was super simple and super easy. She just flew right at the end. That black spot right there, yeah, that's oil and powder that came flying out of there. The ball and everything landed somewhere in these bushes here, maybe down there. I don't know. It came so fast and it went flying. That is incredible. It was that easy. Just compressed air cannon, shoots it right out. No problem, especially if it's greased. But we're gonna go in and clean this guy now. I'll kind of show that process as well. And yeah, that was really easy. I should have done this a long time ago. Try the compressed. Well, try to do it where you. This one's a flintlock, so the flint's sitting right here and everything. That's a touch hole. There are touch hole wrenches and stuff. You can pull that out, but I didn't need to with this one. But try first filling it with powder and you kind of push as much in there as you can, and then you can kind of get a pop charge, and that should pop it out the end, similar to what just happened there. But yeah, that was that simple. Just dead simple. Put the rubber right there and then just pull the trigger. She popped right out. No issues. Alrighty guys, so we're back in the house and everything. I got sort of the paper towels all set up so that I can get this rocking and rolling. I got the touch hole pretty much covered here with this paper towel, and then kind of got it stuffed in there so that it holds it up where the lock goes. My lock is sitting right here. Those are my screws for my lock. They go on the other side. Back here, you can kind of see where the circles go. But things you're going to need, definitely a full-size rifle cleaning kit. Usually when I do one of these, I don't go with a 50 caliber bore brush. I usually go down to a 45, just so you can get kind of something that'll get in there and scrub it, move it around and everything, because a 50 caliber is going to be thicker than the actual thing, and when you stuff that thing down there, it is going to end up kind of getting stuck at the bottom because you can't go all the way through and then reform the bristles, because when they're going down this way, getting pushed back, and when you try and go back the other way, they're going to try and shift back. You see how the angle changes? So they're going to be tighter when they want to go back this way, because those bristles are thicker in diameter than the bore. So the bore is like that, bristles are like that, so that they go in and they actually scrub it all out. But you don't really need to scrub too hard. With a muzzle loader, the first thing you do is just 1 or 2 bottles of water worth, just pour it down, neutralize the black powder. That gets some of the stuff broken up, and then you just pour her out. You usually want to plug your touch hole, or if you're using a cap gun, you usually plug the cap with something so that the water doesn't come out. But this is pretty much been cleaned all the way to the point of back here where that ball was sitting. So what we're pretty much going to do is just run through real quick how we do it. I got my gun cleaning ballistol here. This is the best stuff you can probably use for a muzzle loader. Got my patches in case I need them, and then I got the screwdriver. Possibly not going to need that until I put the lock back on. But yep, we're just going to kind of do that, and we'll keep you updated. Alright, so this is the color of the oil that was coming out. Still pretty clear. You can see there is some kind of rust in there, but we'll get her out. Most likely it's just surface rust. It's only been a couple days, so see there's a little bit of black powder residue right there, but that's what the cleaning kit's for, so keep that updated. Alrighty, so we got our brush all set up. This is the 45 caliber brush. I'm just gonna throw some more oil down there. More ballistol. That stuff eats away at rust and eats away all the stuff. So just gonna send her through. Now this is not going to be tight at all because it is 0.5 smaller, but it's just to kind of get stuff broken up and get it all moving out of the way. So let's do up on the top, pushing her up, and then I'll take her back down, push her down like that. You can see we're pulling some junk out already, which is very nice. Look at that. Alrighty, so we'll get the patches on, and we'll go until they're pretty much 99% clean. But we'll do a couple patches and get you updated. Alrighty, so these are our first 3 patches in order. This one's pretty oily. You can see there's a little bit of a brown color to that one. So it got a little bit of the rust out. And the second one was pretty much all black. And the third one was even blacker on the parts that contacted. So usually this takes a little bit. But at the end, you use the mop, and we'll show that off as well. But or I'll keep throwing patches down. Might switch to REM oil at some point. Ballistol is a little much for this, and it's got a little bit of a scent to it. And, my wife actually said, she's in the other room, she actually said it smells like dog anus, like when a dog's anal gland pops. That's what she said that ballistol smells like. So let me know in the comments if you think it smells like dog anus or not. But I have to agree with her a little bit. It is kind of stinky. Alrighty, looks like we're getting there. These are our last 3 that went through. We're starting to get just more of a brown color. Probably 1 or 2 more patches, and then we'll send the mop through. You can see all that stuff that came out earlier, all that brown and everything, but we're getting there. Maybe I'll go find that ball that shot out somewhere on the lawn outside, but that's going to be fun. Alright, so this is our last one here that I just did. It's looking pretty good. With this double patch I'm sending through, looks just as good, if not better. Then we'll send the mop through, and then we'll be all set. We'll be done. I'll put the lock back on where it belongs, and we'll take the rest of the evening. But very glad I got that ball out of there. And next step is to figure out how to get this ramrod back in. If anybody has any ideas how to do that, please let me know, because my ramrod will only go to about here right now if the lock is in, and it won't stay in. There's no, I think the spring might have been pushed out of place. I don't know how to get it back where it needs to go. So I'll send the other patch through, and then the mop. Hopefully we'll be all set. Alright, so that was our double patch. That's going to be a little more of the dirt you're going to pull out. I think I'm going to send 1 more single patch through, just because I got a lot of these guys and they're pretty cheap, to be honest, and then I'll send the mop through. So we'll do that after I do the mop. We'll do an update. and we'll be all set. Alrighty, the mop went in looking no worse than it did coming, or came out looking no worse than it did going in. So I think we're all set. We'll just wipe the mop off, get as much crud off there as we can. See, that's why you don't put the mop through first, because that's the amount of crud that's coming off of there. It's turning it brown as brown can be. Whew. But there we go. That's pretty much it. We got her all pretty much cleaned up to the point where those patches were coming out fairly clean, and then the mop took over the rest. We'll send some more ballast all down the barrel and make sure that everything's nice and dry, other than oil. We'll be all set. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by.